as you're running for your dream, you end up finding other things that you're passionate about. And you either add them or you say, oh my God, I would have never known I was passionate, or I never knew I liked this part or didn't like this part or met this person or had this opportunity. Because along the way to your dream, I believe, is when the real dream is found.
Ooh, the journey.
The journey. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to another Q&A day. And it's one of my favorite days because it means that I'm not talking to myself because I have Evans with me. Hi, Evans.
Hi, Lori.
How was your day?
It's wonderful. How's your day?
It is going awesome because we travel tomorrow.
Travel day.
Travel day. And if you guys didn't know, we actually do sing everything. So if you don't like that part of the podcast, you might not want to listen to Q&A day. It's kind of like a musical. Speaking of musicals, first of all, before we get started, if you have not seen Bohemian Rhapsody, what do you rate it?
A+, 5 stars, 10 out of 10.
What was your favorite part? Like, why?
I mean, I just didn't know anything about Queen.
And we are queens.
We are queens.
So I was like, why have we not seen this or know more about Freddie Mercury?
Freddie Mercury, he just went out there and did the thing.
Did he free you?
He freed me.
Like, I literally didn't even know that part of myself was bound up in chains until I saw him in that silver onesie singing. And I was like, part of me is bound up. I need to wear that on the daily. Cut the chains.
Go see the movie and learn about it. Go see the movie.
This is not an ad.
Not
Hashtag not sponsored.
By Queen.
By Queen. But for real, we downloaded all of the songs. So good. And you guys, if you didn't know, We Will Rock You came from, which is so weird because I just did my spoken word poem on it. And I didn't even know there was a movie coming out. So that was extra special for me. That
was super cool.
But that came out of them wanting interaction with the audience because they loved their audience so much that they were like, how do we make a song for the people that makes them feel super involved? And that's what came out of it.
It was amazing.
And now look at it. It's in stadiums everywhere.
Everywhere you go, we will rock you.
Then they do. I've been rocked. So Go to that movie. If you don't like it, don't let us know. If you do,
don't call us.
If you do, let us know.
If your opinion is different than ours,
please don't let us know. Okay. So you know what else I wanted to ask you, which we did not cover about last week on our Q&A, was your favorite thing that happened on the cruise ship on the Oprah Cruise?
Oh, man.
Like maybe your favorite person or your takeaway, because we were cruising with, I think half the boat was probably over 50 or 60.
I would agree.
Years of age. And so I have to be quite honest that I think we got so much wisdom. Like we got wiser.
We got so wise. We're little owls now.
Yeah. Woo. So what we wanted to share is that we literally had lunch and dinner quite a few times with really random old people who weren't so random. They were placed in our life for a reason. And Evans and I would go back to the room and be completely floored with tears in our eyes over some of the things that were shared with us that you don't realize are so incredibly powerful and special, because it's not like we're just hanging out in Santa Monica like, hey, let's go to an old person's home and sit down and get wiser.
Right.
But really, that's what we got to do for an entire week. And it makes you really it makes you look at the older demographic and really appreciate them even more. And it made me want to work with that community so much more.
Yes. Remember David?
Tell me. And I remember him obsessed.
He sat down with us at lunch, just randomly asked if he could sit down. And he had the most beautiful stories about his wife and his journey through things. And he had been through some hard times.
Oh my God. Would you share the thing that his wife said to him? So it was the third time she had gotten cancer. So at this point, they knew that she probably was not going to make it through this one. So they started discussing, end of life and how she wanted to go and what that would look like in a really peaceful, loving way. And so they had both had a long time with what was going on in their life right now. So then.
And he was a big motorcycle rider,
Yes.
And so he's going on this amazing motorcycle journey. And she said that he's not, what did he say?
31 places.
31 places. And he's actually spreading her ashes, right?
Yeah, so she gave him 31 places to spread her ashes because she said, you're going to need to stay busy without me here. She's like, I got to keep you busy. So I'm giving you 31 places on your bike to go and spread my ashes. And she also added, what did she add?
And she added, and you better not let any heifers on the back of your bike until it's done, right? Something like that.
You said she had such a sense of humor. And you better not let any heifers on the back of the bike until it's done. But after that, she literally said to him, because I know you need a partner and you'll be married within a year, because he really was that charming. I think David was just like...
Oh, he was such a charmer. He was amazing.
He was the bachelor of the cruise ship, for sure. Like, yeah, every time I saw David, he was with another person. And I was like, he is just, and he was on this vacation alone.
Right.
Because it was also a plan for him to stay busy and connect with people and get back into life. So we were lucky enough to share the most incredible lunch with him where he bought us lunch. We sat down.
Which was so sweet.
It was so nice. Where was that? Grand Turks?
Yeah, at this really nice restaurant called Margaritaville.
Margaritaville. That's right. We're like, what does one do in Grand Turks? And it started pouring rain. And we're like, I guess we go to Margaritaville. 10 feet away from the ship. So we
really got to see that.
We didn't really feel like we got total cultural immersion, but we did get immersed in David's beautiful stories, which I think was honestly, that may have been like one of the biggest gifts of the trip for me, was just such perspective. And it made me want to embrace my loved ones even more. It was really beautiful.
And his wife was incredible. You could just tell.
I could feel her. I could literally feel her with us. Like he is keeping her memory alive just by talking about her. And he's so obsessed with her. So David. So we've got something for you today, which is, I'm going to try to keep on the reg because I love quotes. Are you a quote junkie?
I like hearing the quotes I'm about to hear.
That's great. That is so random.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Okay. So what we're going to do is I challenged Evans because I'm a quote freakazoid. It's a thing. And I literally, it's how I get my wheels turning. I would do this all the time before I would write, or if I'm just feeling really blah, like reading the words of someone else who was inspired when they wrote them, you actually get a little bit of that. Like you get a piece of it. So I said real quick, I literally only gave her 1 minute before this. I said, find a quote about how you're feeling today, or one that can help you with how you're feeling today or where you're at. And then let me know or say the quote and then why you're feeling it today. So let's do it. Go ahead. I have mine too.
Okay.
I have 3.
You have 3. I Googled quotes about being tired. And don't do that because a lot of really depressing quotes come up. But this one was not depressing. It says, if you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit.
Oh,
I don't know who it's by.
I've heard that before a long time ago and I loved it. Wow.
That's nice.
It's because here's the thing. I say once in a while, I'll say that to Chris. I said that yesterday because I told you this week, I'm so tired. And I think it's because we were on Eastern time for so long. And also on a cruise ship eating sugar every day. Food. Yeah. I was like, is Prosecco a meal? Because I've turned it into one. Okay, awesome. But I said to him, we need to tell them about trivia hour too. But I said to Chris, I was like, I'm so tired and I feel bad. I want to be getting so much stuff done. And he's like, it's okay to feel tired. Yep. Life is always going to be that way. You have to take advantage of the times that you don't. And when you are tired, I love that quote. So perfect for me today too. Yeah, rest.
Just rest.
Rest instead of sit and feel bad. Actually enjoy the tired or rest if you need to, or just give yourself grace. Okay. Yes. So do you have one more?
Oh, then I Googled dancing and it says, forget your troubles and dance by Bob Marley.
He's so good. Do you love Bob Marley?
Yes.
It was almost my wedding song. Which one? I don't know. Okay, so I am feeling a bit unmotivated today.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beyond excited to go on this book tour, but I think this week, like just the week in between, I am tired. And I'm also a mix of tired with knowing that the new year's coming and I have a lot of transition that I want to do. I want to I want to start some new things, but I also know that I want to go into this new year with a lot more focus than I typically have.
Right.
Cause I'm really scattered. I'm like squirrel. You know this. We can be focused on one thing and somehow we'll still find 10 other things to talk about.
Yes.
So this quote is about focus. Stay focused on whatever you want to do and don't doubt yourself. That's just one of them. Focus is more important than intelligence.
Ooh, that's good.
Isn't that so true?
Yes.
Because you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you're not applying yourself to one thing, it won't really move the needle. Or I found in my life that, I believe that I have massive emotional intelligence and I know that I do, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm super book smart. So for me, the more that I focus, the more I see things happen. And it's just proof that it doesn't matter what type of intelligence you are. I believe that focus is going to be the key for you no matter what, like really making sure that you get on target. And I know with your job, like with everything that feels crazy or not good, like it's always been about how can I get more focused or how can I get more on a schedule or how can I make this better so that I can not feel scattered.
Yes. Systems.
Focus. Yes. Okay. So let's love those quotes. I don't know who either of mine were by because it doesn't say. So
those were good.
Those were good. Yours was really good too. Okay. So Q&A. Let's do this.
Wait, review. Okay. This review comes from Hauber, Hauber 18.
Hauber 18.
Hauber 18. Finding yourself is hard. Earn Your Happy podcast is an incredible reminder that you can do it. Lori's inspiring and so enjoyable to listen to, and her guests are amazing. Want to be the best version of yourself? It starts here.
Hauber 18.
Hauber 18.
My heart just melted.
That was lovely.
I loved it. Into a puddle. And it's going to melt right into the mug. We're going to sand you. Okay. I'm not sand you, but sand.
Sand.
Okay. Sand and deliver. I don't know.
You should email customer service at loriharder.com so we can find out who you are.
Please do so that we can send you a muggy.
Muggy poo.
Mugs, not drugs. Okay. That was the review. And now we're on to Q&A.
Yes. The first question comes from Holly Dorfman.
Hi, Holly.
Hey, Holly. Hey, Lori. I love your podcast. Every time I listen, I feel like I'm coming away with so much valuable advice and it always feels so relevant. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about backup plans. I'm going through grad school and have a pretty clear passion about what I want to be doing when I graduate, but it's a very competitive field and people usually have to start at the bottom before they get to where they want to be. So many of my friends have a backup plan, but I almost feel like having one is saying it's okay for me to not live my passion out. I'm super conflicted and would love to hear your thoughts on this.
Ooh, I love this. Okay. So I think there's not a right answer to this. So I want to see what lands for her. So as you're listening to this, as far as backup plans, I think your intuition already wrote a sentence in there for you that said, it actually doesn't feel right for me because it's kind of saying, you know what, you might not be able to fulfill this. So what I found is that when I had a dream, I literally ran straight for it no matter what. I never had a backup plan ever. But what happens is as you're running for your dream, you end up finding other things that you're passionate about. And you either add them or you say, oh my God, I would have never known I was passionate, or I never knew I liked this part or didn't like this part or met this person or had this opportunity. Because along the way to your dream, I believe is when the real dream is found.
Ooh, the journey.
The journey. Go figure.
Love that.
So there is a lot of junkets in the journey. Junkets are good.
Junket journeys. Journey junkets.
So I think you are going to find your gems in the junkets along the journey. But I don't know. That was terrible.
I love that.
But for real, I think that if you already feel that, like letting yourself off the hook and having a backup plan can actually, oh my God, I love that the quote was about focus today.
Whoa.
Okay. So focus only on the thing that you desire. Otherwise, what will happen is you will get distracted by your backup plan and you will actually lose hope, and your backup plans will start to doubt. You will start to doubt within the backup plan. Now, backup plan is different than being smart also along the way. So if you are like broke and you can't feed yourself, I'm not saying don't have a backup plan for that. That's when you can say, okay, what's something that I can do to make money right now? But I have to be honest, I fully believe that if you're a person who is, isn't in need of something else, or, doesn't have mental health problems or something like that, where you actually struggle in different areas. If you're someone who's been able to make money once, you will always be able to make money. Don't ever believe that it was just a random, act of luck that you got this job or were able to make money. If you've ever been able to make money, if you've ever had a lemonade stand, you will be able to create income again in your life. So for me, it was like, I truly believe that if I hadn't hit those rock bottoms or not had a backup plan, that I wouldn't have learned that I'm truly the source of, I'm the creator of my own destiny. So backup plan or not, you will figure it out. You will be okay. So if that feels good for you to not have a backup plan, but understand that you can make money in desperate times, then I think that's important to say, I am abundant. I will figure it out. So for me, my mantra is literally everything is figure outable, but this is my target. So all focus needs to go to this dream. I think that's such an awesome question.
That was a great question. I loved it.
Oh,
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
The next question is from Amy Burns. Amy Burness, sorry.
What's up, Amy Burness?
Amy Burness. Hi, Lori. You have been such a light in my life. You constantly share the things I need to hear. You make me laugh, smile, and cry. Oh. I'm so grateful for you, your podcast, and for you. So my question for your podcast is, my story around a lot of women is this. I've been gossiped about, put down, not cheered, and even once punched in the face. Wow. How did you change the story around how women treat you and ultimately wanted to see you succeed? Thanks so much.
Oh, okay. So this is such a good question. And I'm so sorry that you had that experience. I've literally experienced quite a few things similar to this. I can't say I was punched in the face. I was punched in the gut once at a concert by a woman.
That's awful.
Random?
Yes.
Well, now looking back, it's a great story.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry that happened.
Rude. But that's so crazy. She was punched in the face. Okay. So here's the deal. You can't really be like, oh, this is women. It's people in general. And a lot of times we only see what we are looking for. And this was so me. Let me tell you, when I first moved to California, the lenses in which I was looking through friendship through, and especially women, well, actually just women friendship, because I wanted to make women friends, was that women here are flaky, that they're just into themselves, they're just into their careers. And guess what I was finding when that's all that I thought?
That's what happened. They're flaky.
All that I found. People weren't showing up. I was attracting these people who were flaky. That's all I could hear in the languaging was like people who were super self-absorbed.
Right.
And I was like, okay. I don't know what it was that shifted. I think it's realizing that you are doing the thing that you actually preach against. And I just had this moment of, if I want something, why am I not focusing on what I desire? Why am I not looking through the lenses of what I want these people to show up as?
Right.
So for me, I looked through every single person I come in contact with. This was my lens, has something of value to offer me. Every single person I come in contact with has something of value to offer me, like that I've been waiting to hear. So sometimes it felt like a stretch, but I could literally turn everything into something that they offered me. Even if, oh my God, one woman I was walking out, just walking my dog. So this is when I started to change my lens, right? I'm like, everybody has something to offer me. And I'm walking Waffles and she like takes, she goes potty and she's like, just took a number 2. And this is important to the story. And I didn't have a poop bag on me. And I was like, oh no. So this woman's walking by and I didn't realize that she was on the phone, but I had changed my lenses at this point already.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I'm just going to ask her for a poop bag. So I'm like, hi, do you have a poop bag? Because she was walking her dog and she was on the phone. I didn't know it. And she was like, what the F? Yeah, this is California, right? What the F? I'm on the phone, and just kept walking. I was like,
Oh,
and then right in that moment, I was like, no, everybody has something to offer you. And I was like, you know what? That could have been a crazy phone call. She could literally be in the middle of a divorce. She could be a really upset person, massive compassion. And I was like, how quick can I feel compassion for this person instead of wanting to, who knows, fill in the blank? Probably what I wanted to do. So literally everyone has something to offer you. So first of all, changing your lenses on what you see women as, because it's looking for friends and wanting to change that belief doesn't mean that all of a sudden everyone's going to be awesome. You will get hurt. Like I've still, even with all of the work that I do, I can still be hurt by people. And the thing is that I'm like, I have to give them so much compassion and know that they're human and know that I've probably done some really shitty things that I have not wanted to do before. So I want as much compassion as I'm willing, I want to give them as much compassion as I want, even in my worst moments. So that's really what I dig into. So that's the first one. The next one is really observing when you tend to withdraw out of those relationships. Like, are you afraid of vulnerability? Because you might be honestly afraid you might get punched in the face again, but having to push through the uncomfortable times of, if we don't get vulnerable, we know we don't connect. If I don't get to know you at your happiest and at your worst and what scares you the most, I don't actually fully know you.
Right.
So I don't fully get to connect with every single part of you. So willing to sit in the fire through the really vulnerable parts and create a relationship where you can have that space where there's vulnerability that comes up and just stay in it and know, like, yeah, it's risky to be vulnerable with someone. They could use it against you. You could get really hurt.
Sure.
But you have to keep trying. And here's the deal. Like, if you were dating someone and you're like, get hurt by this date, and then you get hurt by the next date, and then 5 days later, you're like, wow, I'm really hurt. You're probably going to look at how you're showing up as well, and then try to keep dating again. Right. And then look how you're showing up, and then try to keep dating again. So it's what we have to do with friendships. It's the exact same as dating. Like, you just can't tap out and guard your heart and think that your one person or your spouse or no people are going to be okay for you, because we are community. Like, we are wired for community. So it's so important.
Yes.
Great question. Should we take one more?
Question. Absolutely. Ooh, here's a really good one from Instagram. It's from NR_94 on Instagram. How can you sustain self-motivation when you constantly suffer from a lot of setbacks?
Ooh. Well, I feel like I constantly suffer from a lot of setbacks. So I've got a great answer for this. The first one is knowing everybody constantly suffers from a lot of setbacks.
Yes.
Because if you're going anywhere, or you are moving backward first a lot of the time. So I always think of the analogy of the arrow. In order to shoot forward, you do have to go backward. So you have to, sometimes the setbacks, what is that quote that everybody loves? I love it too. A setback is a setup for a comeback.
Ooh.
So look how many comebacks you get to have over and over and over. And I think people think with a comeback that all of a sudden it's like you're on top. I can't even tell you how many times I feel like every day is a daily setback with a comeback opportunity.
Right.
So I think that's the freedom right there first is it sounds like you have the expectation that you are in a boat not similar to other people. Like, you have it worse than other people with your setbacks. And first of all, I think the first thing to do, in the most loving way I want to say this, is to understand people are in the same boat as you. They're just not sharing it as much. They're not focusing on it as much. So as soon as you can start focusing more on what you can control, which is your thoughts and your beliefs around your setbacks,
yes,
and start looking at how is this setback setting me up for the comeback. I think that that's going to be so important to look at. Like, oh, is it making me stronger? Is it making me more compassionate? Is it making me say, hey, this person seems to be a big part of all of these setbacks. Maybe I have to leave this person, or this job seems to be a big part of it, or maybe my abundance mindset, or maybe the people I'm hanging out with, or the shows I'm watching, or my lack of exercise, or my lack of taking care of my health. Like, this is all feedback. A setback is feedback. I love that. Ooh. Where did that treasure trove come from? It's like I picture a box, like saying, or a treasure box saying, a setback. What did I say? I don't even know.
A setback. Oh no, I already forgot. A setback is
feedback for your comeback?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I think I just did two. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. That was good.
That was good stuff.
I want this quote card for this one to be a treasure box saying that.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be pretty?
Yes.
Let's do it. Pearls. I want pearls of wisdom.
With a little clam in there or an
Clam.
oyster.
We'll do some clam. We're just going to end it right there.
That was great.
That was a great one. I feel like I just got my soul filled.
Me too. And I thank everyone for sending their questions to customerservice@loriharder.com.
I thank everyone as well. And you guys, so grateful for you. Let us know all of your questions and also let us know what your biggest takeaway was from this. So you know that I am always hanging out on Instagram. You can send me your stories and it means let me just tell you what means the world to a podcaster, because it's the only way to get a podcast out. You can't really like advertise your podcast all over all the time. And what means the world is sharing your podcast in stories or online or texting it to friends, sharing episodes that really hit you right in the heart.
The heart.
Right in the center.
The treasure.
So you got right in the treasure chest
heart
of humans. All right. So if you guys would share this podcast, let us know what you think. Send us your questions, rate and review and subscribe. Yeah, that's like 6 things. So pick one. So
start with one and go from there.
Yeah, it's a habit forming. So you guys have the most amazing day. And until next time, we will see you next week on Q&A Day. I don't know. We might lose people on that one. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also, as influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back And I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.